hook for help. Well, we kept the house, and we've got a financial plan for the rest of our lives. She may never be able to come home, but it'll always be here for her.
You're watching the most watched news at 6. 13 News starts right now.
A pastor at the center of a lawsuit is no longer on the church's pulpit.
But first, SWAT teams working a hostage situation at an area McDonald's. The big story, breaking news this Monday night. Thanks for joining us, everyone. I'm Wayne Carter, sitting in for David Allen.
And I'm Regina Mobley. Sky 13 getting exclusive pictures. The SWAT team surrounding a Hampton McDonald's restaurant as one by one, more than a dozen hostages are released.
They were held by a gunman for hours inside the restaurant on Grimes Road and Pembroke Avenue. 13 News Peninsula Bureau Chief Velma Scaife was first on the scene. And Velma, right now, all the hostages are out.
All of the hostages are out and are safe, and apparently so is the gunman. Police don't know where he is at this time. We are told that there were 2 customers and a number of employees. Exactly how many, police aren't saying at this time, but by the looks of our video from Sky 13, we counted more than a dozen people coming out of the restaurant. Police tell us that the SWAT team was able to go into the restaurant with the help of the owner, and they were able to release the hostages from where they were being held. Police aren't saying where that was, but we have heard from some relatives who received calls from employees who were able to sneak and use their cell phone. There were reports that they were being held in a freezer. This is what happened. It was about 2 o'clock this afternoon when police got a call from a man saying that he was armed and he was holding hostages here at the restaurant, the McDonald's restaurant. And then he hung up. He didn't say what he wanted or why he was there or if he was a disgruntled employee, whatever. He said nothing. Then a hostage negotiation team of about 8 got together, tried to make contact with him. Police arrived here on the scene. The SWAT team arrived here on the scene. Police tell us that they were able to make visual contact with the gunman. But then at some point, something happened, and we don't know. We just know that the gunman was not inside the restaurant when police and the SWAT team were able to enter. They were able to get everybody else out safely. Now police are looking for answers. They're questioning all of the employees and the 2 customers at a different location from here. And relatives, of course, want answers also.
You see it all the time on television, but you would never imagine it happen right around your front door. But you never know nowadays. So much is going on there. People just crazy and doing a lot of wild things. You really don't know. You know, you need to expect the unexpected because there's always something going on.
Once again, there was a man, he was armed. He held more than a dozen people hostage here at the restaurant, a McDonald's restaurant at Pembroke and Grimes. Everybody was able to leave the restaurant safe, including a woman who is pregnant, 8 months pregnant. But there is no suspect. The gunman is gone. Reporting live from Hampton, Velma Scaife, 13 News.
Also this afternoon, troubling news from the war in Iraq. 13 News has learned that Army Sergeant Bruce Horner of Newport News was killed in Baghdad. Army officials say Horner was a 17-year veteran and part of a search patrol looking for 2 missing U.S. soldiers when a sniper shot and killed him on Friday. Horner is from Ohio. His wife lives in Newport News. His father, Ed, lives in the Cleveland area and is a longtime opponent of the war.
I think the sacrifice that we're making can't be in vain.
Ed Horner says his son was known for his humor and his ability to turn people's lives around, adding he really made an impression. Bruce Horner was a member of a military police unit based in Germany. New developments in a capital murder trial underway in Virginia Beach. The judge may decide tomorrow whether to grant a mistrial in the double murder trial of Carl Walton. Our partners at the Pilot report attorneys for both sides are reviewing a transcript of last Thursday's interviews with jurors. This following one juror's dismissal after he said he shook hands with one of the victim's relatives during a lunch recess. Later, the defense asked for a mistrial. If convicted, Walton faces a possible death sentence.
New legal action tonight in an alleged drunk driving case that ended in the deaths of 2 Virginia Beach teens. The families of Tessa Trishant and Allison Coonhart are filing multi-million-dollar lawsuits. One is against admitted illegal immigrant Alfredo Ramos, the other against the Mexican restaurant where he was just before the crash. 13 News reporter Patrick Terpstra has the story from Virginia Beach.
The lawsuit against Ensenada is so fresh, we were the first to tell Rogelio Perez he's being sued. He did not even have a lawyer till our interview, but he says he does not need one, that Ramos drank nothing there that night.
He came here and tried to get a beer, and I was in the cashier, and my friend Juan was the bartender, and he refused to sell any beer to him.
Allison Coonhart's father says their inside information will prove otherwise. He says his lawsuit is not about the money, the $10 million. He wants bars and restaurants put on notice when it comes to drunk customers.
It's your obligation to either detain the person or get him a cab, but make sure he's not driving behind the wheel.
The attorney for the family of Tessa Trishant says suing the restaurant will not likely end in victory. They're suing Ramos for $30 million.
The primary responsibility begins and ends with Mr. Ramos himself. He is the individual that allegedly chose to consume alcohol and then operate a motor vehicle.
Now, Patrick tells us the Trishant family attorney says they know Ramos doesn't have $30 million, but they're hoping this sends a signal to other would-be drunk drivers that if you get behind the wheel, you may face steep civil penalties as well as criminal ones.
Police have not identified the teenager hospitalized after being hit by a car while riding his bike. It happened this morning in a busy area, Princess Anne Road, near Lynn Haven Parkway. According to police, the victim was heading into Walmart when he was hit by a green Chevy Cavalier. He was rushed to the hospital. We are told he is in grave condition. No word yet on whether the driver will face charges.
Well, there's much more to come on 13 News at 6. New developments surrounding a church in crisis.
Major changes involving the preacher at the center of a lawsuit by church members. More on our exclusive 13 News investigation next at 6.
There's only one station to turn to for local news. 13 News. Delivering breaking news. Getting the story. Getting it right. This is 13 News, the most trusted local team. Getting the story, delivering breaking news. This is 13 News.
We're here by the pace car at the Hall 400 Challenge. Come down to any Hall location for your chance to win a certificate to Richard Petty Driving Experience in Charlotte. Hall Automotive, more cars, great people.
Ask your prescriber about Ambien CR, then call or visit AmbienCR.com for a 7-day free trial offer. It's the only sleep aid with 2 layers of sleep relief. The first dissolves quickly to help you fall asleep fast. Plus, unlike other sleep aids, there's a second layer that dissolves slowly to help you stay asleep. Ambien CR is a treatment option you and your prescriber can consider along with lifestyle changes and can be taken for as long as your prescriber recommends. Until you know how Ambien CR will affect you, you shouldn't drive or operate machinery. Be sure you're able to devote 7 to 8 hours to sleep before being active again. Somnambulism with amnesia for the event and rare cases of severe allergic reactions have been reported. If you experience these events, contact your prescriber immediately. Side effects may include next-day drowsiness, dizziness, and headache. It's non-narcotic. However, like most sleep aids, it has some risk of dependency. Don't take it with alcohol. Ambien CR for a good night's sleep from start to finish.
Clothing is very personal, but when you give a Men's Warehouse gift card, you can be sure he'll have a happy Father's Day. You're gonna like the way you look. I guarantee it.
Jake LaBar just took an interest in girls, just lost interest in math. Sylvan has a tutor for that. Lori Sims loves to swim, barely treading water in algebra. Sylvan has a tutor for that. Call 800-EDUCATE now. Our math experts can help children with basic math skills, multiplication, division, fractions, algebra, calculus, geometry, and more. If you want to see your child master any level of math, call your local Sylvan math expert at 800-EDUCATE today.
Stop and look around. VirginiaAutobuyer.com.
Now to developments in our exclusive 13 News investigation into a local church in crisis. Last week, Wayne revealed details of a legal fight between a Virginia Beach pastor and some longtime members of his church.
Yes, Regina, and the lawsuit documents allegations that are now backed up by a court ruling. Pastor Ken Montgomery misused funds from Praise 3 Ministries Church on First Colonial Road. Well, tonight, we're told the pastor has resigned and an entirely new set of leaders are now in charge.
I know because my children went to school here.
Take a look at Bertha Borges fighting back the tears last month as she told us how she was kicked out of the church she called home. We'll take a look at her now. And these ladies overjoyed tonight to finally have their church back.
We did it. Praise the Lord, we did it.
The women spoke to 13 News weeks ago, showing us documents where their pastor, Ken Montgomery, was writing checks from the church bank account to himself. It's all alleged in a lawsuit. A court commissioner ruled the pastor converted to his own use at least $125,723 of church money. Sunday, 13 News cameras were there as church members were voting on a new constitution. One backed by the pastor, the other these guys. But as soon as the women walked in, came word that Pastor Ken Montgomery resigned. When you heard that,
I shouted. I really did. I shouted because I was so relieved. And I said, the Lord has found a way to do it.
The trustees had run the church for years. According to their lawsuit, they were asked to leave and threatened with arrest until last night when they were voted back in charge by a large majority of the church.
It's been so long and so hard, and people have said awful, awful things that a lot of them have come and apologized. I really think your story on Channel 13 had a whole lot to do with it.
Now in control, the ladies say the name Praise 3 Ministries gone. It was the idea of Montgomery. Now these women say they'll have a church centered around love, and Bertha Boris doesn't have to wipe away tears, but will have to try to stop smiling.
I am so overjoyed, and I'm so thankful to the Lord Jesus Christ. I am truly a happy lady today.
Well, a court date is set for next week for the lawsuit. The church will now take back its old name, Hilltop Community Church. And still ahead tonight on 13 News, a final walk across a piece of Hampton history.
Saying goodbye to the Coliseum flyover. Next.
This weather segment is brought to you by Dodge.
Can it be true? Can simply being in downtown Norfolk actually make you more desirable? Amazing. DowntownNorfolk.org.
Garage sales, classified ads, online auctions. Smart shoppers know that great deals can be found in what others let go. So smart shoppers shop at the DAV Thrift Store, where proceeds benefit local chapters of the Disabled American Veterans. Come enjoy the DAV experience. The best quality merchandise, the best value, the best employees, for the best experience, period. And weekly price markdowns mean our great deals get better. Smart shoppers want it at your 6 area DAV Thrift Stores.
The Dare to Compare Sales Challenge continues today at Kimnock Ford. We challenge you to find a better vehicle, a better selection, or a better value. This is a head-to-head comparison. Right now, jump into any 07 V6 Mustang and get $1,750 in cashback savings or $750 cashback plus low 4.9% financing. Plus, get a great deal on Kimnock's excellent inventory of pre-owned vehicles. See for yourself. Nobody beats a Kimnock deal. Nobody.
You've imagined it. You've worked for it. And now you can start planning for the pleasures of retirement at Atlantic Shores. Offering 4-star dining anytime you please and a full continuum of health care. You can own a spacious apartment, home, or villa now during Phase 3 construction. Call 757-426-0000 and get a glimpse of your future at Atlantic Shores Retirement Community.
Right now, people all over America are being turned on by Cavalier because we're offering 150 gorgeous TV channels, the hottest high-speed internet access, and the most attractive telephone service, all for a seductive $79.95 a month. Sign up now, and we'll also give you a very cute one-year HBO Stars or Showtime subscription for free. So if you want to start a beautiful relationship, call 866-591-TV4U now and let Cavalier turn you on today.
Families face so many tough issues today. My job is to help them open up, find each other, and work together. That's why I went to Regent for my college degree. I learned how to encourage people to discover God's purpose.
At Regent University, you can study online or on campus. For more information, visit regent.edu/undergrad or call 1-800-210-0060.
When you choose Regent, you're choosing to change your life.
Oast and Hook. Legal power for seniors at oasthook.com.
A familiar sight at what was once Coliseum Mall will soon be history.
That's right, crews will soon begin tearing down the Coliseum flyover in Hampton. The ramp connecting Mercury Boulevard to Coliseum Drive was built 34 years ago. Today, the bridge reduced to foot traffic. City leaders took a farewell stroll on the ramp. They marked the first phase of demolition by dropping part of the guardrail, down to the ground. It's all part of the Coliseum Central District project now under construction.
A traffic alert for anyone heading to or from the Eastern Shore. Beginning tonight, travelers on the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel can expect delays of up to 15 minutes at a stretch. The reason, a $3.2 million repair job. Officials say for the next year, the tunnel retrofit project will repair damaged wall tile and replace deteriorated doors inside the Thimble Shoals Tunnel. Work will be conducted only at night between 9 p.m. and 6 a.m. Sunday nights through Friday mornings.
And a lot of events held over the weekend with successful outcomes. Hundreds of people took part in several Relay for Life walks. Many of you laced up your sneakers to walk for the more than 12 hours at various sites. And thanks to your hard work, you helped raise $1.9 million for cancer research and patient services for the American Cancer Society. But while some of the volunteers were helping cancer research, someone was helping themselves, stealing from the participants. Organizers say a number of cars were broken into at the Norfolk event, and volunteers report stolen purses, credit cards, and cash. Thankfully, no one was hurt.
And a big thank you to everyone who joined us in our efforts to help Children's Hospital of the King's Daughters by opening your hearts and your wallets for the annual CHKD telethon. Your donations helped to raise more than $3.3 million. That money will be invaluable in helping to fund programs to help children who are in need of critical care at CHKD. I was proud to help along with other 13 News anchors, personalities, and people behind the scenes. And again, a big thank you to everyone who made a contribution.
From the 13 News Weather Lab, here's Chief Meteorologist Jeff Lawson.
Well, not everybody's seeing some thunderstorms this afternoon, unlike yesterday when everybody saw nice soaking rain. But we are watching just a couple of areas. We had a pretty big storm, didn't get severe, but it was a very strong thunderstorm that moved through parts of Virginia Beach and is now just about over the shoreline and heading out to sea. In fact, well, let me straighten that out for you and not twist it. We'll go back to the regular mode and we'll be able to zoom in. Actually, before I do that, let's put on live lightning and you can see a lot down in the bottom of your screen in North Carolina. One little flash there over Gates County and quite a bit over Virginia Beach as well. Now we'll zoom in on that area that I was talking about, and the core of the storm is just now moving off from east of Pungo. Not too far there north of Sandbridge, heading to the east and continuing to move out to sea. So you'll still see a little rain if you live in central or southern Virginia Beach or back through portions of Chesapeake. But really, the big stuff's gone for now until we get back into North Carolina. And that part of the cell is a significant chance of having a little bit of hail with it. You can see over there just south of the border, south of Whaleyville, a little closer to Sunbury. Putting on Storm Tracker for you, you can see that that is heading to the northeast. In fact, it has a little bit of hail potentially with it as well. Give you a couple of possible times on some arrival there for you. Cora Peak in about 4 minutes. That's the core of the storm. Horseshoe in about 22 minutes. Northwest in 42. And Moya in about 47 minutes. So let's go to the rest of the forecast then. Not much to talk about for the rest of you in terms of any storms, but I think we'll still see a chance of 1 or 2 popping up again a little bit later this evening as temperatures will bottom out about 70 degrees for most of us under partly cloudy conditions, and the sun will be setting at 8:20. So let's look at the rest of the forecast. We'll set everything into motion. Storms swirling around off the eastern seaboard early in this picture. Starts out just about over Cape May, New Jersey, and then moves to the northeast. That is the remnants of Bertha, of course, brought us some precipitation during the day yesterday. There it goes spinning away. New moisture coming in ahead of a new frontal system. Just a little bit of shower or storm activity again through the evening hours. Much of that will be gone a little bit later tonight, and then through the day tomorrow, just a slight chance, lower odds than today, of seeing a stray shower or a storm pop up. But with the same kind of heat and humidity, certainly maybe 1 or 2 spots could see something. Then as we get into Thursday, we're going to see some cooler air moving in from the north, because right now it's warm. It's in the 80s, winds out of the southwest at 13 miles per hour. We almost hit 90 in a few spots today. Near 70 then tonight, a couple of those isolated storms. Mid to upper 80s tomorrow, very similar to today. Partly sunny and very warm with another shower storm possible, but not quite as likely. Saturday, 77 on Wednesday is what I was trying to say, so a little bit cooler. And then we get up into the 90s on Friday before a chance of a shower Saturday and a slighter chance Sunday, Monday. Don't forget the forecast, of course, is always online as well.
All right, Jeff, I tell you, 2 storms already. It's in our area.
1 day into the season.
All right, Jeff.
Thanks, Jeff. Scott Cass joining us now. How about a little NASCAR with your lunch today?
A little Monday NASCAR, always a good thing. Yeah, this hasn't been a particularly good year for DEI. Their major breadwinner, Dale Jr., of course, is making plans to bolt at the end of the season. Estimates are the corporation could lose close to half of its value. Something good on the racetrack today, though. The other guy at DEI, Martin Truex in car number 1, led for over 200 laps. We'll get back to Martin. His teammate Dale Jr., tire troubles again today, knocked him back to a 22nd place finish. Look at Tony Stewart getting together with Kurt Busch. Kurt Busch didn't like that very much, and he showed it on pit road. Watch, Tony Stewart's got a crew member over the wall there, and Kurt Busch, hey, how you doing? How about that fender you just blew out in the back of my car? Then we get back to Martin Truex. He led for over 200 laps, as I said, more than 4 times as many laps as he led his entire career. You can see he wins for the first time in his career.
Just got to thank all these guys and everyone at DEI for their hard work. And in times of change and times when people don't really know what's going on and they need some leadership and some direction, I'm just real happy to be the one here in Victory Lane.
Martin Truex in Victory Lane, 2nd straight week that NASCAR Nextel Cup Series has had a first-time winner. Newman 2nd, pretty good week for the Fords, and you'll see that for the first time in 6 weeks, 6 races anyway, Hendrick Motorsports did not get the win. Ricky Rudd got knocked out by his own teammate in a crash later on. Now, the guy who really had a lot to do with making NASCAR as popular as it has always been, Bill France Jr. today died. He'd been fighting cancer since 1999, 74 years old. His father, of course, a founding member, and he took over as chairman in 1972. And just think of the growth of NASCAR in the 30 years that he was chairman. It really became an empire under Bill France Jr., who today passed away. When we come back, Billy Donovan. Will he stay or will he go? Even he doesn't know.
Window World offers top-quality, double-hung vinyl replacement windows that will enhance the look and value of your home, starting as low as $189 installed. The #1 window replacement company in the United States. Window World, simply the best for less.
Blasting into Virginia Motorsports Park, June 8th, 9th, and 10th. It's the Super Chevy Show, presented by Aeromotive. See the fastest, baddest Chevys in America. Are you ready for some nitro? Ground-pounding, supercharged Aeromotive Nitro Coupes, Wild Wheel Stander, Tremec Car Show, Manufacturers Midway, Swap Meet, Car Corral, Bracket Racing. Nitro Coupes blast off at noon Saturday and Sunday. Chevrolet and American Revolution, GM Performance Division. Visit SuperChevyShow.com.
I know rheumatoid arthritis is painful, but I didn't know it could attack my joints.
Scientists believe that in moderate to severe RA, your immune system can cause serious damage.
But Enbrel enables me to fight progressive joint damage.
Enbrel works on your immune system to suppress inflammation, help relieve pain and fatigue, and keep joint damage from getting worse.
Enbrel gives me energy to do many of the things I love.
Because prescription Enbrel suppresses your immune system, it may lower your ability to fight infections, such as an open sore or the flu. So don't start it if you have one. Tell your doctor if you're prone to infection, if you've had hepatitis B, if you've been treated for heart failure, or if you experience persistent fever, bruising, bleeding, or paleness while on Enbrel. Serious, sometimes fatal events, including infections, lymphoma, nervous system, and blood disorders have occurred.
Ask your rheumatologist and envision your possibilities with Enbrel.
The Talking Phone Book, the only book you need.
Come experience the dream that an RV could hold for you. Peace of mind is what you get from Camperama Chesapeake. The depth of our inventory, the knowledge and attitude of our staff gives peace of mind to seasoned or new RVers, or even casual onlookers. And our factory-trained service technicians are equipped to provide both major and minor service repairs. Peace of mind with Camperama, proudly serving the Hampton Roads area since 1970.
Hello?
Do you think my husband will like this?
Will your husband like a picture so crisp he can count the stitches on a 100-mile-an-hour fastball?
Okay.
Nah, he won't like it. He'll love it, and he'll love you. Get this, and you might just get a shiny surprise from over there.
Really?
Yeah, nothing says I love you to a man like high definition. Nothing.
All the best electronics, TVs, digital cameras, portable DVD players, and more. Kmart.
Now is the time to call Window World.
Any size double hung replacement window can be installed for only $189.
Window World, simply the best for less.
Real-time closed captioning of 13 News at 5, 5:30, and 6 is sponsored by Dodge. Grab life by the horns. Dodge.
Last Friday, Billy Donovan on the right, smiling, the new head coach of the Orlando Magic. $5 million a year in the contract. He's having second thoughts, wants to return to Florida. They're talking it over, see if he can get out of his contract with the Orlando Magic. The Tide's playing a doubleheader today against Pawtucket. This will be the extent of the offense for the Tides in both games. A home run by Luis Montanez. Tides lost both games in the doubleheader.
All right, thanks so much, Scott. Before we leave, another look from Sky 13 at the breaking news we've been covering all evening.
The Hampton SWAT team on the scene of a hostage situation unfolding at the McDonald's on Grimes Road and Pembroke Avenue. All the hostages out okay. The gunman, though, nowhere to be found. Officers searching for him right now.
Our crews are still on the scene. We'll have updates on WVEC.com and a complete wrap-up on 13 News at 11. World News with Charles Gibson is next.
Thank you. How you doing?
Oh, fine, thank you.
9, please.
Don't like stopping? Fly Southwest Airlines' new nonstop service from Norfolk International to Tampa Bay for just $69. Purchased by June 17th.
You are now free to move about the country.
Why does Tums control acid faster than Pepcid AC? Hey! Because they work on your stomach acid in totally different ways. Tums Calcium naturally